Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video where today we return with the feature race here from the Italian Grand Prix, the penultimate round of our F223 Ollie Bearman career mode, and it is still all to play for. 3 points the gap between myself and Theo Pourchaire as we head into the weekend. He's starting from pole though, and I'm not. I'm starting at the back of the field. However, we have potentially employed a big brain strategy today that is hopefully going to elevate me back up the order. All was explained in yesterday's sprint race video, which, like I said, I'd highly recommend. Go back, check it out. But can we make it work? Can we go against the odds and maybe outscore Theo Pourchaire today? Let's get into it. We got, I think, 15 more laps here from Monza.
Hello and welcome back to a classic circuit, familiar to fans the world over. This is Monza. You can hear the cars ready to go. Certainly the fans are ready for some action. We're all set. So let's get this Formula 2 race underway. Monza is one of the faster circuits in Formula 2, comprising some very long straights and tight chicanes. The engine spends so long at full throttle, in fact, that engine failures are not a common sight here. On top of that, the 3.6 miles of track are pretty hard on the gearbox too. As we're now moments away from the off, let's take a look at the grid order in which they'll start today's race. Theo Pourchaire has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position. And it's Frederic Vesti in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Deruvala, Martins, Kushmini, Shaw, Hadjar, Maloney, Leclerc, Dennis Hauger, Benavides, Correa, Jack Crawford, Amory Cordial, Novalak, Fittipaldi, Awasa and Ralph Boschon. Doohan, Nissani, Stanek and Ollie Bearman completes the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's get down to the track. Alongside me today, I'm delighted to welcome back to the commentary box the 2012 GP2 champion, Davide Valsecchi. There looks to be a challenging race ahead of the drivers today, Davide. With that in mind, what are you looking out for today?
Well, Alex, I want to see how the drivers at the back of the grid are going to run down. They'll need to make an impact in the early stages, and they're probably hoping for a bit of luck at the start. We may see some bold maneuvers out there today.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Right, well, here we are then, trackside once again here in Italy for the feature race. Obviously, big points available in this one. And yeah, look at that. There we go. Strategy might just be viable here. It thinks it might be possible. It won't let me go down to a one-stop, but I think we're in with a shot today. Myself and Ralph Boschon, we are going to be the ones to watch this afternoon, potentially to spring a surprise there. Looks like a lot of the AI are actually on the mediums then, only myself and Stanek at the back, but it's 5 red lights. And it's going to be lights out, and away we go there. So I think, yeah, a lot of drivers have opted to start this one on the mediums, including Boschon himself then. So we got split strategy all up and down the order. Boschon absolutely not letting me get to the inside, down in towards someone there. I wanted to go to the outside of Cordial, but he is going to slam the door shut on any possibility of that manoeuvre working, but we're still up 4 places then off of turn 1. Awasa, for whatever reason, there broke off the exit of the corner, so not quite sure what his game plan was in that situation. But yeah, we've got to be really patient today. Looks like Fred Vesti has taken the lead up the front of the field as well there, so doing me a bit of a favour against Theo Pourchaire as well. Let's not forget, technically, Fred Vesti not at the championship fight just yet. Probably will be after the feature race today, as well as a lot of other drivers. I think sensibly it is going to be a 3-way scrap as we head into the final weekend next time out in Abu Dhabi, of course. And luckily, unlike real life Formula 2, you don't have to wait the better part of 3 months for this final race. It will be going live next weekend. There is no doubt about that then. But to make our way out of Sector 2 there, able to keep it a bit more tidy through the Ascara chicane this time round. But of course, yeah, Prema, we still have got to try and take some points out of ART. And ART have got both their cars currently on the podium. We have the lead, to be fair, but no one else. There is someone already diving in. Kushmini, he started on those mediums then. So we've got a few AI that are just getting rid of those mediums immediately, as you would expect them to. But we've also got a lot of AI battling there, as all Fittipaldi, a little bit of a lock-up down at turn 1. We will try and have a look around the outside of Amory Cordeal. Had a lot of battles with him early on yesterday. And this time round, I complete the move rather easily. Here we go, Amory Cordeal to my outside on the run back down in towards turn 1. Is he going to be able to have a look there? We've got 3 wide going on just in front. As Brad Benavidez watching as Hauger, Crawford and Correa there all go side by side in front of him in all the commotion. We've been able to get past Enzo Fittipaldi then, so we're almost up to the points, irrespective of tyre strategy this afternoon. But once again, just like we saw in the race yesterday, big margins starting to form because of these cars battling. It just spreads out the field so ridiculously quickly. Oh, yellows. Someone's got issues further up the road. Don't know who it is. Oh, no, it's Fred Vesti. No, is it? No, it's not. Ignore that. It's one of the ARTs. It's Theo Pourchaire. Theo Pourchaire out of the Grand Prix then. So suddenly, not only have we potentially got a really good strategy here, but Theo Pourchaire is out of it. We've got another car going slowly as well. I think that might be a Campos that's broke down. That's got to be Ralph Bosch on. Looks like he's been able to get going again. But we could have ended up with a red flag or a safety car here. But championship leader Theo Pourchaire out of the Italian GP feature race. And suddenly, the ball is straight back in our court. I cannot believe that on a weekend where I thought our championship hopes might be getting erased. It's Theo Pourchaire that has really had the bitter pill to swallow, I'm sure. If he doesn't win this championship now, that mechanical failure will absolutely be spoke about within the ART organisation and potentially in the wider scope. Because, yeah, I mean, if suddenly now he loses this title by, what, less than 15 points or so? Surely that mechanical failure will be attributed to it. Also really damages ART's chances at the Constructors, because now suddenly we've got a big opportunity to close in. Oh, Novalak braking earlier there than I was expecting. Down the inside will go. Desperately trying not to run into the back of Brad Benavidez in front there as Clemon actually slapping to the side of me off the corner. If you go side by side with the AI through turn 1, for whatever reason they like to attack way too much curb through the second part of the chicane and slow themselves down and really understeer out wide into you. There's Novalak looking this way and that to try and get a run up at the top of the hill, but we are through. And we're now behind our other championship rival, Brad Benavidez, almost taking myself out of the race there. Big moment as, here we go, Novalak even back down my inside through the next corner. And we go side by side on the exit of the Lesmos. We've lost so much time to those cars in front. Surely, come on, we're going to have the inside for the Ascara chicane. We've got the DRS somehow in all of this as well. Surely this will be our position to keep for now. And it looks like it is. Cordeal back down the inside on the run to turn 1. We'll brake ever so slightly later, pretty much by virtue of carrying a little less speed. And as we're almost at half distance then, we hang on from the Invicta Virtuosi car. But yeah, tyres, though, are taking an absolute pounding at the moment. We've got to try and get these to about the end of lap 10, and they are not looking good. Here comes Cordeal again. Again, gets a lot of speed, but not enough to do anything. There we go, Fred Vesti into the pit lane then. So this is where we're going to start seeing the AI come out on their other set of softs, and this is where we're going to learn that potentially the gap we've got at the front of the field there, because of course everyone still will have one more pit stop to make. AI should theoretically be quicker than me pretty much between now and the end, but we're going to have a good 10-15 seconds in the back pocket. This is so nervous. We've got a golden opportunity right when I never expected it. Tyre wear warning light has flashed up. We had this same thing in Hungary and it survived okay there. But will we do the same here? We've got to be really smooth and stop running into that gravel trap. So I assume now then, every other driver is going to peel into the pit lane. We should therefore take the lead of this GP and we'll finally get an actual proper look at what the gap's going to be. No, AI is still staying out there. How long are these guys planning on staying out? We've got 19 seconds, though, over Fred Vesti. I'm starting to get nervous about what these AI plans are. Oh, there we go. Right, finally, starting to see more AI peeling into the pit lane then. But, yeah, I've still got no idea. Are they going mediums now? Or are they going mediums right towards the end of the race? They're going to still have to do, like, that one-lap blast. We've got one more lap to try and drag these tyres. And they are looking very worn out. Maloney's got mediums. So Zane Maloney, they're trying to do the mediums to the end. This is absolutely crazy then. So we have got split strategy between the AI here. But surely, they can only do one lap on them because they'll be absolutely wrecked. Fred Vesti's pit, so he's come off the mediums again. Sorry, off the softs again. Onto them. I've got no idea what's happening anymore. I've completely lost track of what is going on today.
It can happen to the best of us. Now look, I've put a new strategy option for you in the MFD, so go and have a look.
Let's see what the team is suggesting. Is now the time to box? Yes, it is. So team now finally understand and appreciate what tyre strat we're going with. But yeah, I'm guessing then Vesti and co all boxed a little bit earlier, took that medium hit at the start of the race. I can only assume that the likes of Zane Maloney are doing that now and are then going to go back to softs. Surely they can't do, what, 20 laps here on a set of mediums? Those tyres will be absolutely wrecked. Oh, no. No. I didn't slow down the car enough. Please don't say that is going to come back to haunt me before the end of the afternoon there. Just 39 miles an hour. I always forget every pit lane in this series is 37. 4.2 isn't too bad of a stop, though. But yeah, look at that. Maloney's in. Everyone else is boxing again then. So we have potentially got a big old lead then. Basically, what, half a pit stop's worth over the rest of the field. But our tyres are going to be much more worn towards the end of the afternoon.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track.
So I believe then it's going to be Martins and Vesti back out in P2 and P3. Boschung, of course, he's still a bit of an unknown this afternoon. But Martins there back into P3. But we got 15 seconds over him. Of course, we're going to lose 5 seconds because of the penalty. So we can only lose like a second a lap. Safety car. No. No.
Keep your delta number positive as we form up. Okay, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace.
I think this might have ruined us. I genuinely think this might ruin us here. Because unless we can serve that penalty right now and bolt on a fresh set of the softs, I think we might be out of this. Because that 5-second penalty on worn older tyres is going to absolutely hamper me. I genuinely think we've had 1, 2, maybe 3 safety cars this year. And suddenly, right when I don't want one, we've ended up with one. Surely I can bolt back on that first set of softs that we used in the sprint yesterday. But will we serve the penalty in the process? Into the pits we come. Yes, we are serving the penalty. I was having to focus then so much on not trying to speed into the pit lane again. And we are going to bolt on a set of the soft compound tyres. I can only hope it's the first set that we used, not the ones I just took off a lap ago. But Boschung then to the lead of the Grand Prix. But we are going to be way down the order anyway. Where are we going to re-emerge here? I mean, any points is good with the weekend we're having. We're not really going to... We might be on slightly fresher tyres than a few people. Can we come out ahead of Benavides and Roy Nassani? No, we can't. So basically in all of this, we're going to re-emerge where we were before we pit. We're back behind Amory Cordial. Boy, oh boy, this has been a ridiculous race. Correa! Oh, I thought he'd binned it under the safety car. He's actually had a mechanical failure, but either way, safety car's got to come in the end of next lap. I genuinely thought we just saw a crash under safety car. Well, safety car will be back into the pit lane then. 2 laps of racing. And Ralph Boschung at the front of the field is going to be causing an almighty train here. We have got nothing to lose. We've just got to go for it. There'll be no DRS, of course, because we've got to wait 2 laps before that would be re-enabled then. But this is about to get frantic to end the Italian GP. There is still massive championship implications here depending on what goes down as we try and put the power down out of the final corner. Have we got the run on Amri Cordeal? We'll get to the outside of him. We've got to keep your foot pinned to the floor. And look at how well we've timed that. Immediately past him as we make our way back down in towards turn 1. And we're going to have to go down the inside of other cars there. 1, 2, maybe 3. Brad Benavides, our other championship rival. He just about spots us at the last moment. Tries to force me out into the gravel. But now look at that immediately. We are back into the points there with an absolutely outrageous dive bomb at the first corner. How much will Boschung be able to defend in the latter stages of this race? It has absolutely opened up strategy for those that had started further down the order, that gambled off those off those medium tyres at the start of the afternoon. But I can't really tell if we've got a tyre advantage over anyone else. If it is, it's only by a lap or two. But I'm not sure if we're going to be able to close in on many other drivers here unless Martins can get a run on Boschung somewhere and force the AI 2x2. Speaking of which, 7th and 6th place there, side by side, just up in front. Arthur Leclerc makes a little bit of a mistake further behind. It's Richard Verschoor. And I got no idea who's in the other car. There is huge drift as we make our way out of the Ascari chicane. But AI are battling here with just 1 lap to go of the Italian GP. I mean, we'll take a point, but I would love to head to Abu Dhabi with the championship lead back in our grasp there. Fred Vesti was looking pretty good early on, but strategy has come away from him here. Here we go. I can see Martins to the outside of Boschung. Down in towards turn 1. Will it be the ART? Will it be the Campos who takes a shock win here? I mean, look at that train. I broke way too late, though. I was looking at the 100, not the 150 metre board there. So any kind of gains we could have made through turn 1 have instantly evaporated. But we've just got to pray for carnage and chaos, just like we saw last weekend in Zandvoort in both of the races there. But it's looking a little bit tamer at the moment. I can see a couple of cars side by side, but they're not really going side by side through the entirety of a corner. They're kind of going side by side on the apex, and then the outside car is backing out of it, and that's not good for me. We want proper side-by-side, wheel-to-wheel racing as we make our way through the final lap of the Italian Grand Prix. Are we just starting to struggle a bit more now? Brad Benavides is still all over my gearbox here. Will anyone be able to get the run on the car in front of them? I don't think they are. I think they're all just running line astern as we make our way into Ascari for the final time. Heartbreak for Theo Pourchaire, but neither myself or Brad Benavides has exactly been able to capitalise on this. Here goes Brad to the outside, in towards the final corner of the GP. For all we know, 1 point could be pivotal come the end of next weekend in Abu Dhabi there, so we'll hold firm on the inside. Benavides is going to try and switch me, but can't quite put the power down. It's going to be Ralph Boschung who takes the win, but we hang on for a single point.
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
An incredible win for Campos. Brilliant performance. I can see them on their way out to the podium now. Campos have come a really long way in this sport, and what a special race this was to see them earn the top spot. now, let's take a look at the driver's stand. The gap at the top of the championship has been cut down after a difficult race for our championship leader. And so, driver of the day then, Davide Valsecchi, who do you think you'd go for?
Difficult call, but I'd like to say Ralph Bouchon. He's just so gifted at getting the most out of tires, and he showed that today.
On to the teams then. ART have extended their lead over the championship. Meanwhile, Van Amersfoort's strong weekend allows them to continue their march up the table. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling instalment when Formula 2 returns.
Well, there we are then, the end of the F2 weekend here from Monza, and what a weekend it has turned into there. Ralph Boschung from 18th on the grid is going to take the win there. Means Campos are both highest scorers of the weekend there. Kuzmini, of course, a fantastic job done in both races there. Martins joins them on the podium. Fred Vesti, I'm sure, disappointed to finish 4th there in an Indian sandwich, with Maloney, Vasseur, Hadjar, Leclerc and myself rounding out our point scorers. But that means with 1 weekend to go, 2 points are in it between myself and Theo Pourchaire. I believe if you got the maximum points out of a weekend, you would score 37, maybe 38. Please do correct me if I'm wrong there. So I believe there are 7 drivers heading into Abu Dhabi, still with a shot at the crown there. More sensibly, I think it's anyone inside the top 4 there. But, I mean, yeah, if Daruvala, Fittipaldi or Hauger has a good weekend, it really could go in any which direction still. Constructors-wise, though, ART now with a 33-point lead at the top. But, I mean, there's 3 teams still that can win that as well. It is going to be a wild finale in Abu Dhabi next time out there. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, get yourself subscribed, and we'll be back next weekend ready for the Abu Dhabi finale. 7 drivers still with a shot at that Formula 1 crown. A massive thank you to all of my YouTube members and my Patreon supporters for their continued donations to help my work. These things go much further than I think a lot of you ever realise, and allow me to continue making content full-time here on YouTube. So if you want to support me from as little as £1 a month and be featured on all of these end clips, either click the join button next to the subscribe or head over to my Patreon. There's a link down in the description.